Creating videos requires a lot of hard work. I request you to please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Have you ever found yourself wondering why, despite the chaos that surrounds us, some people manage to move through life with an incredible sense of calm and direction? It almost feels like they've discovered a hidden source of strength that the rest of us are still searching for. But what if I told you that this resilience isn't born from extraordinary circumstances, but rather from a philosophy that's accessible to every single one of us, right here, right now? Yes, I'm talking about Stoicism, an ancient yet profoundly practical philosophy that has empowered some of history's greatest minds to thrive, even in the midst of turmoil. Today, we're going to dive deep into how Stoicism can not only change the way you handle challenges, but transform how you see every moment of your life. I'm genuinely excited to share these insights with you because they've had a profound impact on my own perspective and approach to life's ups and downs. I encourage you to keep an open mind and actively engage with this content. Feel free to comment below on how willing you are to reshape your thoughts or share any wisdom you've gained from your past experiences with Stoic principles. If you find today's discussion thought-provoking, or if it resonates with you in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and sharing it with friends or family members who are on their own journeys of personal growth and self-discovery. For those who are skeptical about what Stoicism can offer, I challenge you to stay with us till the end. This conversation might just change your perspective by revealing the depth and practicality of Stoic wisdom in ways you may not have considered before. So, let's embark on this journey together, exploring how ancient philosophy can address very modern challenges. One of the core concepts we'll explore is understanding your sphere of control. This is a game changer because it sets the foundation for everything that Stoic philosophy embodies. The idea is simple, yet incredibly profound. There are things in life that we can control, and many things that we cannot. Grasping this concept can dramatically change how we react to situations, leading to a significant reduction in unnecessary stress. So what exactly can we control? Our actions, our thoughts, our responses, these are within our domain. This means we have the power to decide how we interpret events, how we react to others, and how we face challenges. That's a pretty empowering realization, right? On the other hand, there are things we simply cannot control. The actions of other people, the past, the future, and much of what happens around us. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, and you're getting frustrated because you're going to be late. In this situation, the traffic is beyond your control. No amount of anger or stress will magically clear up the jam. However, what you can control is how you respond to being stuck. You can choose to listen to a podcast, maybe even one about Stoicism, and turn this moment into an opportunity for learning, or at the very least, make it more bearable. Why is it so vital to recognize this sphere of control? Because focusing on what we can't control is a massive drain on our time, energy, and emotions. By shifting our focus to what we can influence, we unlock a path to greater peace, resilience, and personal empowerment. Stoicism encourages us to channel our energy into areas where we can truly make a difference. It's not about passively accepting external events, but rather understanding that our true strength lies in how we respond to them. This shift in perspective leads to a kind of mental freedom. Imagine not being constantly stressed by things like the weather, other people's opinions, or unexpected situations. Instead, imagine having the inner peace to accept these things as they are, while directing your energy toward what you can control, such as personal growth, nurturing relationships, or advancing your career. Practicing Stoicism doesn't mean you'll never feel upset or wish things were different. It means you'll recover faster, or might not be as disturbed to begin with. You start building resilience, the kind that doesn't just help you bounce back, but propels you forward. So, how do we begin to practice this mindset? It starts with mindfulness. Pay attention to your reactions in various situations and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, practice letting it go and shift your focus to what you can do. It's a simple but powerful habit, and like any skill, it takes patience and consistency to master. Developing emotional resilience is fundamentally about bouncing back from setbacks and maintaining your composure during stress or crisis. Stoicism provides a solid framework for building this resilience by teaching us to view adversity as a natural part of life and an opportunity for growth. The Stoic philosophers weren't just about coping, they were about thriving through understanding and adaptation. At the heart of building emotional resilience in Stoicism is the concept of perception. It's not the events themselves that upset us, but how we perceive them. This means that if we can change our perceptions, we can manage our emotional responses. For example, if you're passed over for a promotion, you might see it as a personal failure. But you can also choose to view it as a chance to assess your skills, identify areas for improvement, or even reconsider your career direction. Both interpretations stem from the same event, yet the emotional outcomes are completely different. Stoicism encourages us to take a moment before reacting, giving ourselves time to frame our perceptions in a more constructive light. This pause isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about allowing ourselves a moment to choose a response that aligns with our values and long-term goals, rather than reacting out of hurt, anger, or frustration. By practicing this, we learn to turn life's challenges into opportunities for growth, making us not just resilient, but truly empowered. Disappointment often makes us ask, why is this happening to me? But building emotional resilience means shifting that mindset to, what's the best way to handle this? It's about acceptance, acknowledging what we cannot change. As the famous Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, it is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By accepting reality as it is, rather than how we wish it to be, we can find peace. Acceptance isn't passive resignation, it's an active, almost rebellious embrace of life's unpredictability. A fundamental Stoic practice is focusing on the present moment, which is incredibly powerful for enhancing emotional resilience. Often, our anxieties arise from dwelling on the past or fearing the future. By grounding ourselves in the present, we engage with life as it is right now, where we have the power to act. This mindful presence reduces unnecessary stress, making life more manageable and, ultimately, more enjoyable. Another essential aspect of developing resilience through Stoicism is regularly reflecting on the impermanence of our troubles. Just as good times don't last forever, neither do the bad. This perspective allows us to navigate difficult periods with greater calm, knowing that change is inevitable. So, how can you start building greater emotional resilience today? Begin by observing your reactions to small inconveniences or conflicts. Challenge yourself to pause and choose more deliberate responses. Reflect on your day and consider moments you could have handled differently. These practices may seem simple, but their effects are profound. They cultivate a robust emotional resilience that can transform not only how you handle crises, but also how you live each day. When Stoics talk about discipline, they aren't just referring to rigid routines or strict schedules. It's a kind of discipline that's deeply personal and transformative, the discipline of aligning our daily actions with our core values and long-term goals. Each day is filled with countless decisions: what to eat, when to work, who to spend time with, what to read, and so on. Stoic discipline involves making these choices consciously, always considering what truly matters in the long run. It's about choosing actions that reinforce our commitment to living a virtuous, meaningful life, rather than simply going with the flow or acting on impulse. But here's the surprising part. Stoic discipline isn't just about rigid self-control. It's about understanding the purpose behind each action, ensuring that every decision, big or small, aligns with the kind of person we aspire to be. By practicing this thoughtful discipline, we create a life that's not only more ordered and focused, but also rich in purpose and fulfillment. Self-control in Stoicism isn't just about discipline, it's also about freedom. It may sound contradictory, but think about it. When we train ourselves to focus solely on what we can control and let go of everything else, we free up immense emotional and mental space. This freedom allows us to be more present, more engaged, and ultimately more fulfilled in our everyday lives. One of the core practices for cultivating this kind of discipline is setting clear, actionable goals that align directly with your values. For example, If health is one of your values, your goal might be to exercise for 30 minutes each day. If continuous learning matters to you, perhaps you'll dedicate an hour each evening to reading. The idea is to integrate these goals so seamlessly into your daily routine that, over time, it feels less like enforcing discipline and more like naturally living out your values. Another crucial element of Stoic discipline is mindfulness, being aware of your thoughts and actions in each moment. This self-awareness helps you recognize when you're drifting away from your values, giving you the opportunity to correct your course. Throughout the day, ask yourself, is this action contributing to my well-being and growth, or is it a distraction? By staying mindful, you ensure that your actions remain aligned with your goals. Consistency is key. Stoicism teaches that it's not the grand, dramatic gestures, but the small, consistent actions that shape our lives. Just like a river steadily carves its path through the landscape, our daily habits and routines sculpt our character and destiny. Whether it's practicing gratitude, studying philosophy, or exercising, consistency in these small actions builds a strong foundation of discipline that can withstand life's uncertainties. To reinforce this discipline, Stoics often recommend a simple practice, reflecting at the end of each day. Take a few minutes before bed to review the events of the day. Ask yourself, did I live according to my values? What could I have done better? This daily reflection not only strengthens your discipline, but also fosters a mental clarity that makes future efforts more effective. And here's a Stoic tip for solidifying discipline. Embrace discomfort. Push yourself to step outside your comfort zone occasionally, whether that means trying a new activity, starting a difficult conversation, or even taking a cold shower. These small challenges remind us that discomfort is often temporary and that overcoming it can lead to unexpected growth and improvement. So, if you're looking to build more discipline in your life, start small. Choose one area that aligns with your values, set a manageable goal, and commit to it every day. And remember, discipline in the Stoic sense isn't about punishing yourself or living a joyless life. It's about crafting a life that harmonizes with your values and brings out the best version of yourself. Embracing change with open arms can transform our lives. Change is a constant, yet it often triggers our deepest anxieties and fears. But what if we could flip that perspective? What if we saw change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth? This is where Stoicism excels, offering profound insights into not just accepting, but welcoming change as a natural part of our journey. Stoicism teaches us that the only true constant in life is change. Everything around us is in a state of flux, the seasons, our relationships, and even our own thoughts and feelings. By embracing this reality, we align ourselves with the natural flow of the world, reducing our resistance to what is inevitable. This alignment doesn't just make us more adaptable, it makes us stronger, because we no longer waste energy fighting against the natural course of events. One of the core Stoic practices for embracing change is cultivating indifference to things outside our control. This doesn't mean we stop caring about outcomes. It means we maintain internal stability and stay committed to our values, no matter the external circumstances. For instance, if you're up for a promotion, it's natural to hope for the best outcome. However, a Stoic approach would focus on putting forth your best effort during the application process, while accepting that the final decision is beyond your control. This way, whether you get the promotion or not, your internal peace remains undisturbed. Another key aspect of embracing change is reframing how we perceive adversity. Stoics view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to test and strengthen our resilience. Each setback presents a chance to practice virtues like patience, courage, and persistence. When we begin to see life's difficulties this way, change becomes less intimidating. Instead, it becomes a pathway to personal growth and character development. Furthermore, embracing change means staying present. Our fears of change often stem from anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. Stoicism encourages us to focus on the present moment and on what we can control right now. This mindfulness reduces unnecessary worry and boosts our effectiveness. It's about asking ourselves, what is the best use of my time and energy right now, instead of getting caught up in endless what-ifs or past regrets. By learning to see change as a natural and necessary part of life, We free ourselves from the fear that it brings. We understand that change isn't something to be feared or avoided. It's a catalyst for growth, a chance to become stronger, wiser, and more adaptable. With this mindset, change no longer feels like a wave crashing against us, but like a current guiding us to new, unexplored shores. To truly embrace change, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate detachment from specific outcomes. This detachment isn't about giving up on our goals, but about maintaining our sense of calm and balance, no matter how things turn out. It's a powerful mindset that lets us chase our ambitions with passion, without becoming emotionally reliant on achieving particular results. This way, we can find joy in the journey itself, sometimes even more than in the destination. Let's try a simple exercise. Think about a change you're currently dealing with or expecting soon. It could be a move to a new city, a shift in a relationship, or a change in your career. Instead of dwelling on the possible stresses or what might go wrong, ask yourself, what can this change teach me? How can it help me grow? Approaching change with these questions can dramatically shift your perspective, turning apprehension into action. Embracing change with open arms isn't about passively accepting whatever happens. It's an active, empowering choice to stay adaptable, flexible, and open to life's endless possibilities. It's about making peace with the fact that everything is temporary and finding joy and growth in the unknown. By adopting the Stoic wisdom, we can transform our fears of change into excitement for new paths that lie ahead, and view each twist and turn as an opportunity to discover and grow. Living in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature might sound a bit abstract at first, so let's break it down. When Stoics refer to nature, they aren't just talking about the natural environment, but also about human nature and the fundamental essence of the universe, with its rational and orderly structure. To live in harmony with nature means aligning our actions with how things are meant to be, guided by reason and virtue. It's about understanding our place in the world and acting in ways that are consistent with our true nature as rational, social beings. This alignment is essential because it leads to a more fulfilling and meaningful life, one that resonates with the greater order of things. What does this look like in practice? It starts with self-awareness. By understanding our strengths, limitations, and true desires, we can live in ways that promote our well-being and contribute positively to those around us. For example, recognizing that we are inherently social beings can encourage us to nurture relationships and build communities, which are vital for our happiness and personal growth. Living in accordance with nature also involves embracing our rationality. It means acting thoughtfully, making decisions based on reason rather than impulse, and striving to live virtuously. By doing so, we align ourselves not only with our own best interests, but with the broader, rational order of the universe. We learn to see that our lives are a part of a much larger tapestry, and by understanding our place within it, we find a sense of peace and purpose that transcends the chaos of daily life. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us to live in a way that is true to our nature, seeking to grow, connect, and act with integrity. By embracing this mindset, we not only navigate life's changes more gracefully, but we also become stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. So, let's carry these Stoic principles into our everyday lives, using them to transform how we view and respond to change, and to live more harmoniously with the world around us. Rationality is about using reason as our guiding light in decision-making, steering clear of being swayed by fleeting emotions or outside pressures. It involves making choices that are not only beneficial for ourselves, but also morally right and just. When confronted with a decision, a Stoic might ask, does this action align with my rational understanding of the world? Does it reflect the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation? This principle also teaches us to embrace the natural flow of life, which includes both its highs and lows. Just as the seasons change, our lives are marked by cycles of growth and decay, joy and sorrow. By accepting these natural rhythms, we can maintain our inner peace and resilience. Instead of resisting change or lamenting our fate, we can embrace each phase of life as an essential part of the whole. This acceptance is not a passive resignation. It's an active engagement with life that arises from a profound understanding of nature's cycles. Another vital aspect of living in harmony with nature is respecting the environment itself. Stoics believe that, as part of the natural world, we have a responsibility to protect and preserve it. This means making sustainable choices that consider the broader ecosystem. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness with all living things and acting in ways that honor this relationship. Practically, this could involve opting to walk or bike instead of driving, reducing waste, or supporting policies that safeguard the environment. Each of these choices reflects a commitment to living harmoniously within the natural world, which is fundamental to Stoic ethics. Living in accordance with nature also requires us to face life's challenges with grace and fortitude. Nature is full of obstacles, storms, earthquakes, periods of drought, and times of abundance. Similarly, our lives can be tumultuous and unpredictable. By observing how nature responds to upheaval, we can learn to approach our own challenges with the same equanimity. Practicing mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness and gratitude are two transformative practices that, while simple in concept, can deeply enrich our lives when woven into our daily routines. Let's explore how these practices can guide us toward a more centered and fulfilling existence. In the Stoic sense, mindfulness involves maintaining a moment-to-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the environment around us. It encourages us to be fully present, without distraction or judgment. This concept shares similarities with meditation, but Stoic mindfulness is about integrating this awareness into every facet of our daily lives. It's about consciously engaging in whatever we're doing, whether eating, walking, conversing with a friend, or completing work tasks. By practicing mindfulness, we can savor each moment and engage fully with life, rather than drifting through it mindlessly. This awareness helps us recognize the beauty of the present, which is often overlooked in our busy lives. Additionally, it sharpens our perception, making us more attuned to our reactions and the needs of others. With this heightened awareness, we can make more rational and compassionate decisions, responding more effectively to the challenges and opportunities that arise. Now, let's discuss gratitude, which is deeply connected to the practice of mindfulness. Gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift can profoundly impact our emotional state and overall well-being. Practicing gratitude encourages us to reflect on the good things in our lives, whether they are moments of joy, support from friends and family, or even the lessons learned from challenges. By regularly acknowledging these positives, we can foster a more optimistic outlook, which in turn enhances our resilience in the face of adversity. Incorporating mindfulness and gratitude into our daily routines can create a powerful feedback loop. Mindfulness helps us become aware of the present moment, while gratitude allows us to appreciate it fully. Together, they enable us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater clarity and grace, leading to a more fulfilling and enriched life. By embracing these Stoic practices, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection with ourselves, others, and the world around us, ultimately guiding us toward a more meaningful existence. Mindfulness and gratitude in Stoicism go beyond simply expressing thanks. They involve cultivating an ongoing state of appreciation for every facet of our lives. This practice includes recognizing the value in everything from the smallest joys to the most significant blessings. Stoicism teaches us to see the potential for growth and improvement in every situation, even those that challenge us. Cultivating gratitude. Integrating gratitude into our daily lives can begin with something as simple as keeping a gratitude journal. In this journal, we can jot down the things we're thankful for each day, whether it's a sunny day, a delicious meal, or a productive meeting. The key to this practice is consistency. Regularly acknowledging the positives in our lives helps to ingrain gratitude into our psyche. Pairing mindfulness with gratitude. But why should we pair gratitude with mindfulness? When we are mindful, fully present in the moment, we are more likely to notice the details and blessings that often go unnoticed. This could include the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the comfort of our home, or the presence of a friend who supports us. Mindfulness opens our eyes to the abundance in our lives, while gratitude allows us to cherish and celebrate it. Moreover, practicing mindfulness and gratitude has a grounding effect. It anchors us in the here and now, reducing worries about the past and anxieties about the future. This grounding is essential in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncontrollable. With each mindful moment and each gesture of gratitude, we build a foundation of inner peace and resilience that can help us navigate life's ups and downs. Cultivating joy. As we cultivate these practices, we also nurture a deeper joy in living. This is not the fleeting happiness that comes from external circumstances, but a profound sense of contentment and satisfaction that arises from within. This joy is durable because it relies not on what happens to us, but on how we perceive and respond to those happenings. I encourage you to start incorporating mindfulness and gratitude into your daily routines. Notice the immediate effects, like a decrease in stress or a boost in happiness, and pay attention to the deeper changes over time, such as increased resilience, stronger connections with others, and a heightened appreciation for life itself. Conclusion. Remember, the path to a more fulfilling life lies not just in seeking joy, but in cultivating a deep sense of presence and gratitude in every moment. These moments weave the rich tapestry of a truly meaningful life. If you're eager to dive deeper into the principles of Stoicism and explore more practices that can help you lead a centered and serene life, check out the suggested video appearing on the screen now. Thank you for spending your time with me, for growing together, and for being a vital part of Stoic Journal. Until next time, stay present, stay grateful, and continue to cultivate your best self.